Hey, what's up everyone? My name is AJ Writes Crypto and welcome to BitLab Academy. In this lesson, we will be taking a deep dive into the fastest growing crypto trading platform in the world, Bitget. This easy to use, comprehensive platform is a one-stop shop for all your crypto trading needs. With 384 different crypto coins to choose from, no wonder over 2 million traders worldwide choose Bitget. The thing that makes me the most bullish on Bitget, besides the fact that it's my favorite place to leverage trade, is that they are 100% transparent about their proof of reserves. What does this mean? The Bitget website defines proof of reserves as an auditing procedure that is verifiable through cryptographic proofs, checks of public wallet ownership, and recurring audits to certify the holdings of an exchange. In layman terms, it means that they have the money that they say they have. And they publish their Merkle tree on a monthly basis to prove it. If you don't know, a Merkle tree is a cryptographic structure that is used to verify the integrity of data. It's like an unbeatable lie detector that proves you have what you say you have. So not only is Bitget easy to use, they actually prove that they're solvent on a monthly basis. I want you to see this for yourself. Here on their website, under Bitget Reserve Details, look at the reserve ratios. This is what you want to see when you're picking out a crypto exchange. So, hypothetically speaking, for some crazy reason everyone sold everything off this exchange in one day, Bitget would still be above water. I can't stress how important this is because here at BitLab Academy, yes, we want to teach you the ins and outs of crypto, but we want to put an emphasis on how to do this safely. If you're going to trade on an exchange, make sure that you do it on one that has verifiable funding. Listen, if you just want to buy crypto and wait for years and years, which is totally okay, my suggestion would be to store your crypto on a cold wallet. But if you want to create an optimal strategy to maximize profits trading crypto, at least do that on Bitget where you know your funds are safe. Okay, so now let's jump into Bitget. So here we are at bitget.com. You're going to go to sign up. You're going to enter an email address. You're going to make up a password. And then you're going to click sign up right there. As you can see on my computer, it says that my location is in Germany. Well, we all know that I'm in Georgia. The reason it says that is because I'm running a VPN. Anytime you're doing any financial exchanges or trading crypto online, I highly suggest that you use a VPN. In the world of crypto, there's no such thing as being too safe, and you should take every precaution you can to protect yourself. Okay, so here we are at the Bitget homepage. Anytime you make a new account in crypto, you want to spend a couple minutes going over the site to familiarize yourself with everything so you know where you're at. So here we are at the homepage. Here's the proof of reserve thing that I was talking about that shows that they have all the money that they say they have, which is pretty rare on a crypto exchange, to be honest. It should be standard. Here's the Bitget Security Protection Fund. So basically, there's $2 million in this wallet. They will eventually have $3 million in this wallet. So if anyone ever gets hacked or anything like that happens, they will pay back all of their users in full. They have affiliate programs and referral programs, so you can make some extra crypto for telling your friends to join Bitget. They have reward centers, like you get $3 to enter KYC. If you put a certain amount of money in futures trading, your first deposit bonus, copy trading, spot trading. There's over $4,100 that you can make. First off, let's talk about KYC. I personally choose to not do KYC when I don't have to. Yes, I have to pay a little bit more trading fees and it lowers my withdrawal limit, but in crypto, security is very important, and anytime you don't have to tell them everything about yourself, just don't. Keep in mind, if you wanted to buy crypto directly off Bitget, you will have to KYC to do so, but I prefer to just send myself crypto from another exchange to fund the account. Also, to check the markets on Bitget, you just go up here, click markets, and kind of scroll through, check the prices. You can find what coin you're looking for. If there's a certain coin, like, do they have ICP? Yep, they have ICP. And you click on it, and then you'll go straight to the chart. It's very easy to find the coin you want to trade. If you want to buy crypto from Bitget, you could do that right here for a third party, or you could set up your bank account. How I do it is go to deposit and say I wanted to send myself some Bitcoin. You click the chain, click Bitcoin, and then you copy this address. And then if you go to your Ledger or Coinbase, wherever you keep it, you would paste this address into the withdrawal, and in a matter of minutes, you'll have your crypto. So here we are in the assets at the top right hand. This is the spot account where if you just want to buy normal crypto without any leveraging. I personally like to leverage trade, so I have my money in a USDC M futures account. But say I wanted to transfer this to my spot account, I would go to from USDC M to spot account. I'd say transfer $50. confirm, transfer succeeded. So now we can do our first spot trade. I like that the charts are powered by TradingView, very familiar. So now here we are. This right here is the order book. All these people right here are all trying to sell their Bitcoin at this price, and all these people are trying to buy Bitcoin at this price. And this right here would be the market price. So say I wanted to buy $50 from my USDC. I would go to Bitcoin/USDC. I could either put in a trigger order, which is when I could say if I wanted to buy it at 17,500 instead of where it is now, I could put that price in there, and then when the price comes down, if it comes down to that level, it would trigger the order when it hits that price. Since we want to do this really fast, I'm going to put in a limit order. So this right here is a person selling their Bitcoin as for the cheapest price available. Right here you can choose how much of your USDC you want to buy. So I'll just do $50. Click buy Bitcoin, click confirm. And just like that, we bought $50 in Bitcoin. So I bought the Bitcoin. So now let's say if I wanted to sell the Bitcoin, I would click on this because these are people buying the Bitcoin. So I'm going to sell it to them. So when I'm buying Bitcoin, I'm going to get it from the sellers. When I'm selling Bitcoin, I'm going to get it from the buyers. So click the person who has the cheapest price and then scroll over to all the tether. And right here, you choose how much tether you want to sell. And I'm going to sell the Bitcoin. The more you play around with Bitget, you will learn how easy it is to do exactly what you want to do. Another thing that I like about Bitget is that it's just not another trading platform. It's also a sort of social network where influencers can post their trading setups and you can follow them on Bitget. Or you can even become an influencer and have other people follow your setups. So if you go to here and go to Start Trader Program, you can become a trader, and if people follow your trades, you can earn up to 10% of the profits that they make. You're also eligible to win gift packages. You can copy other people's trades. There are certification badges to show like what level you're on, which is super cool. And if you get good enough, one day you can make the leaderboard. This right here is an absolutely ridiculous ROI. So then you could say if I wanted to follow this person, I would just click follow. And just like that, this is all their stats and data and stuff. But say I wanted to follow one of their trades, I would go to Strategy Trading and go to Strategy Plaza, click here. And so you can copy this setup. It would only cost you $1 USDT, so $1. But this one here I think was free, so let's click on that one. So I could go to Operation, Copy, Copy Now. And this would be a futures grid. So then if you wanted to go long here or go short here, it's very important that you pick an exchange that allows you to trade both directions. I love that about Bitget. Coinbase and Binance and all that, you can only just buy and hold. You need to be able to go both ways. If you can't go down, you're missing more than half of the opportunity, especially in a bear market. So here we go, you enter the estimated price range, and then this is the highest price range, and then choose how many grids you want to set up. You can choose the leverage. 20x leverage is very high. When normal leverage trading on Bitget, you can even use up to 100x leverage. Personally, myself, I like to stay between 3 and 5x or 10 if I'm feeling frisky. If I wanted to copy that other person's trade and then go off the futures grid, I would just fill this out and click go. But I'm not really into trading bots, but if people like to use trading bots, they are very successful for some people, but definitely look into the ins and out of whatever trading bot you want to get into. So strategy trading is for one-click copying, or you can go to copy trading, where you can kind of scroll through everyone who's doing really good at the time, how they have different ROIs. But the ROIs, you have to pay attention to them because some people can have a really high ROI, but they've only been in 3 trades. So you kind of got to see who's been in a lot of trades that has like a more down-to-earth ROI. So I followed this person right here. They've done over 100 trades. They have 1,000 followers. There is a limit to how many followers you can have, which is why it says full for some of these people here. You want to make sure you can find a trader who doesn't have a full follower count. This person here, has a 1,000 ROI. But see right here, you have to pay attention to this. The copier's P&L is that they've lost $43,000. So I don't know if I want to follow that guy. At least find someone who has a positive copier's P&L, because just because they have a high ROI doesn't mean that the people that copied them do. So I would click on this guy here. He's done over 300 transactions. I can follow him. I'm the last person that's able to follow him. And these are all the setups they have. And then I can choose how much of my money I'd like to put into this. Let's just go $10, click next. And then this would put $10 into all of these setups. I think it is cool that they offer this feature, but personally, if you're looking to copy someone else's trades, that's a sign to me that you should probably study more and learn how to make your own strategy. So we've decided that it's probably not the best to copy other people's trades and you want to make your own strategy. But what if you want to make your own strategy, but you don't want to risk any of your own money? You can also do that here on Bitget. If you go up here and go to futures, you can click on demo trading. This is a very useful tool that I use all the time when I just want to try out a trade to see how it would go. So here we are in the Bitget testnet. You can tell that you're in the testnet because there's an S here before Bitcoin, so it's just fake money. This is all fake money. But say you want to practice on Bitget, but you really don't want to risk your own money. This is the perfect place to do that because you can use any amount of leverage you want. So say we wanted to go long with 125x leverage of all of our fake tether. We click in the price, we go to 100%, we go to buy long, click confirm. All right, so here we are. We're in our massive 125x position. And when you trade with really, really high leverage like this, you could get completely wrecked if the chart coughs, or you could make $1,000 in 5 minutes. You never know. But like I said before, you don't want to use really, really risky high leverage. You want to find a sweet spot between 3 and 5. And if your win rate isn't consistent with spot trades, don't even think about getting into leverage until you're ready. So make sure you play around with the testnet before you really get into leverage trading. To do a real leverage trade, we're going to want to go right here to futures right here. I have my money in USDC, not USDT. There are more trading pairs available with USDT, but since I'm only going to leverage trade Bitcoin and Ethereum, I sent it over with Circle. Okay, so I have $900 available. Let's look at like the 5-minute chart here. Looks like Bitcoin had a really big come up and now it's kind of coming down to retest. And let's say, if we think it's going to keep going down that hill, it would kind of come down here to complete that line, or it would retest this line and pop back up. But I think it's worth a short just for a little bit. So I'm not going to risk all 900 of my money. But what the cool thing with leverage is you can have a bigger position with less money. So say I wanted to risk $100. And we could leverage 10x leverage at $100. We're going to go short here, which 10x leverage at $100 is still a $1,000 position. Let's click confirm. Order successful. And then once the order clears, which sometimes it takes a second, it will be over here in position where you monitor the trade. And this works exactly like the testnet. When you're trading on the testnet, it's basically an exact simulation of what you're going to do when you're trading for real. So make sure you get the testnet down before you start leverage trading with your hard-earned money. Let's look into a couple more cool things about Bitget. So if up here you go to Earn, you can click on Earn here. So Bitget Earn is cool, especially if you plan on holding something for a long time. As you can see here, you can earn up to 8% on your USDC or 4% on your Ethereum. And then basically you would come down here and click on which one you want to do. And then you would click subscribe. You do have to KYC to earn this way, and that's okay. Bitget is totally acceptable in America, but since I'm only here to leverage trade, I'm going to avoid that. You know how KuCoin has KCS or Binance has BNB? Well, Bitget has BGB, and this is their token. And if you have some BGB on your account, it's actually worth it to hold some BGB on your account, because with margins trading, you'll get a 15% discount on your trading fees. You get a 20% discount on normal trading fees that aren't margin. And it also gives you access to the Launchpad, which is another really cool thing that I'll show you right now. The Launchpad is a way for you to invest in coins before they are officially launched onto the exchange. They currently don't have any that you can do right now, but if you check their Twitter page, which is also really useful for giveaways and rewards and things like that, it will post up when something is getting put onto the Launchpad, and you can get in on a coin early before it's even launched onto the exchange. I always like to check the Bitget Twitter. They're giving $100,000 away for trading bonuses for Christmas time. They're giving away an iPhone 14 if you trade with your friends. It's just a good way to get some cool rewards that you might have not been able to get anywhere else. So all in all today, we went through everything there is to know about Bitget. We showed you how to spot trade, how to get money on your account, how to use the testnet first before you leverage trade, right? There are also bot trades and copy trades that you could do, but I think it's personally best to think of your own strategy first, because if you want to copy off someone else, it sounds like you didn't do your homework. Always do your homework here at BitLab Academy, and I'll see you in the next lesson.